Dude, on today's episode we're going to make this rad scooter or skateboard ramp, aren't we Fred?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Sean. Welcome to Sean in the Shed.
How do you do, fellow kids?
The main frame for the skateboard ramp can be made out of 3/4 inch ply and 3x2 frame in timber. Hey, Sean from the future. One of the things I forgot about when designing this and recording it is that the geometry surrounding a skateboard ramp is very strange. Most people think it's just a circle on the ramp, but it's not. If I put the ramp here, so if the ramp's there, that's the infrastructure of the ramp, and I put a circle against it, so it's a quarter of the circle because it's a quarter pipe. It's there. It's too steep. The ramp is too steep and you're not going to be able to roll up it very easily. So what you do is you take a bigger circle, you offset it ever so slightly, and what you end up having is another bit of ramp infrastructure, and you end up with a ramp that's a bit more like that, so it's a shallower incline. The way you do this is you set the centre of the circle a bit further away. When I did this, I had to put multiple pieces of wood together to actually get that centre to allow me to draw the actual circumference of the circle. Bit of maths goes a long way. Back to the build. Now that I have that circle drawn out, I'm going to use my old, very old jigsaw to cut it out. Not long after this project, the thing gave up the ghost. Now the side pieces are cut out, it's time to get the actual structural timber down off the racking. It's always good to have an assistant for this, especially when he's good looking like this one. As I continue to collect the material, the coping that's going to be on the ramp is going to be made from old washing line poles, which I scavenged from the garden centre next door. I'm going to clean these up with the angle grinder first, take off any remnants that are on there, and then using the cutting disc, cut them to size using the trusty old foot vise. So I start to assemble this in the workshop and I realise I won't be able to get out the side door because the front door of the main garage is blocked by my wood cart. So onto the patio it is. So I've put the first two pieces on, top and bottom. Now I need to attach it to the other side and the structure's going to start to become apparent. With the main part of the frame in place, I'm going to preload all the screws into the locations for the cross members to go in, so as I load them in they're easy to screw into place. Here's the main structure of the skate ramp itself. To secure the coping in place, I pre-drilled some holes to allow me to drop screws through and screw them into the top piece of the frame. So that's the main structure built. I've got the coping attached and secured. I'm now going to be attacking the main deck of the ramp. And this is going to be done using some 6mm ply. I'm going to be putting 2-3 layers of it on. I'm going to start with a one piece which is 4 foot wide by 54 inches long. I'm going to attach it to the top. I'm going to use my body weight to slowly curve it down and attach it with some wood screws as I go down. And then when I put the next layer on, I just need to make sure I'm not screwing in the same location. So the face of the ramp itself is made up of thinner plywood which I can put into multiple layers, allowing it to bend and flex with the slope of the ramp. there's nothing quite like a mid-construction design decision. So I've added a little box on the back, it's about 16 inches back, to give Fred somewhere to stand on the top of the ramp. It's just butt joints using some CLS timber. I'm going to cover it with some 3/4 inch ply, just like the rest of the box. As I add more screws into the ramp, the only thing missing from this clip is Nikki, my other half. We have Fred, we have the dog, and one of the cats. After finishing the back box, I then painted the ramp with black spray paint and then covered it with yacht varnish to try and waterproof it a bit after I'd left it outside.
Yeah.
So that's how we made the ramp. Would I do it any different? Probably not, apart from the exterior sheets. I left it outside, it got wet, so before I could actually paint the hardboard started to bubble a little bit. At the bottom of the ramp there's a acrylic or perspex runner, about 8 inches deep. It's not the thickest, and I'll probably replace that with a sheet of steel, mild steel, when I can get some, or aluminium. Other than that, it's a great little training ramp for the driveway. Fred likes it, he's on here every day when it's not raining. Play away, Fred. Next video, who knows what we're going to do, but there's a playlist down the bottom corner and a subscribe button in the top corner if you're not already subscribed. See you next time on Sean in the Shed.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?